Excuse me, geese. Coming through. Take a look at this pond. Some bluegill. No idea what's in here. A frog will probably be best. Look at these geese and their fuzzy little kids. I don't know if we could spot a bass and just cast right on them. Excuse me, geese. Coming through. A lot of lily pads. All right, so there's another pond that's a little bit further back this way. It's like the smallest little thing ever. This water looks like shit. There's a lot of bluegill, which means it's healthy. Walk back to this other pond. So we just went the wrong way. That was a fish. See this right side? How it connects two bodies of water. It's probably deepest somewhere along here. Not a bad idea. Something just swirled off this. Can't even see without the sunglasses. Look at all this hydrilla. Strong hydrilla. Switch it up to this Googan frog. This water's super shallow, but it doesn't mean bass can't live in this. Or snakehead. Go explore. Go see what's down here. It's a bigger pond back here. Whole nother pond. We're just flipping a jig right now. Ooh. Hydrilla. I'm gonna have to go weedless or something. There's so much hydrilla on this pond. There's like structure, little tree right there. That looks juicy. There's a guy that we met across the pond. His name is Rob. Nice guy. I asked him if he had been here a couple times or if he's ever fished over here. He said, nope. All right. So, pretty much on every cast, we've just accumulated a bunch of hydrilla. It's a nice healthy pond, but we're gonna have to just change this up, get something moving through the water. I think that would be best. I'm gonna switch it back up to that. What we were using before, except I'm gonna use the Foxy, which has a little bit of blue in it. Who knows, maybe they'll strike the blue, or I could throw the Tiger one. Tiger one's cool. Right there, so nice boil. I keep calling them swirls. Might have to pull up the big guns and throw Texas rig. Texas up, I guess. Or get out of here. This thing looks so juicy. Like, why wouldn't you eat it? These are all bluegill that are bedded, actually. Out there. Bluegill jaws. Watch. Bluegill jaws. Dang, dang. What the hell is that? Something just popped up and looked at me. The NSA watches these woods. Dude, there's probably people that are buried out in fuck Nutville. It's got to be. You know? There's got to be people buried out there. Little misfits in the army back in the day. They didn't pay attention. They were jerks. What the hell is that thing? It popped up twice to look at me? It's the government. What does the government want to do with me while I'm fishing? Huh? That's a giant bluegill. Look at her. What popped its head up was definitely probably a box turtle. Probably something small. Unless that was the Little Mermaid. Dude, these bluegill are feisty. We're gonna get another one. I think this rod's too stiff, maybe. Damn, that went right into my thumb real good. Now I know what it feels like. Gotta get some hand sanitizer on that so we don't get AIDS, fish AIDS. Holy, look at this. Oh. One fish, and then we're gonna leave. Do. We're looking for that giant bluegill. These fish smart. They smart. We're gonna keep walking. Keep on walking. Keep on walking. Keep on walking. Whoa. This is a beautiful spot right off Conway Road by Piney Orchard, past the Patuxent. I believe this is Patuxent Park Pond or something. Not a bad spot. They have some monster bluegill over there, or sunfish, or whatever you want to call them. So you don't have to bring heavy gear out here. You can always fish for them little dinks. Pretty much all you really want to do when you're here is watch your step. Perfect cast. Now, fish really has to hook themselves. Like, I don't think that's hooked. You know, hit it, probably felt the hook, spit it, and the bobber doesn't really give, so it's not gonna. Fish could still be on. Yeah. Whoa. See, they got these mutant fucking. Tell me. They got mutants back here. Mutant bluegill. Now, if I had an ultralight or medium rod, holding on to that fish is easier because it's not as stiff as this medium heavy. They're hitting it. Must be a nice little school of bluegill. We're bound to get one. You know, the big one will come along and see it. Be like, all right, that's mine to eat. Back up, boy. Hi, I'm Josh. I'm a YouTube content creator. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch. Endless self-promoting. The jig is up. Can't muscle these in either. You gotta let them swim a little. These bluegill know better. They're not panickers. Their communication's poor. They're bluegill. Why am I thinking they're calling each other on the cell phone? Guy over there's like, hey, there's this little nymph fly, be careful. Alright, they're calling each other. Nice, we just caught a block crappie. Multi-species. So, when you look at a black crappie, they have this thing. They call them paper mouths. And they got some good grippy kind of sandpaper lips. They use that and you can't go back out that way. So, what a healthy, beautiful looking black crappie. Cool. Nice.
You look?
I was bass fishing earlier and I switched over to like a tiny little fly and I caught like one of the biggest bluegills I've ever caught. And I caught a black crappie over here too.
Nice. Yeah, I got a couple crappie at that pond off the trail over there.
Off the WB&A?
Yeah.
If you walk up that trail and go to that first bridge, there's some snakehead up there.
Yeah, I've always tried there for them, but I've never always gotten there and there's always been people there. I never get there.
We got there early Sunday morning. They reacted on a white frog.
I've been out of state for the past 2.5, 3 years.
Where were you at? Did you do any fishing out Iowa? You do any fishing out there?
Yeah, bass fishing. There's plenty of bass out there.
Oh yeah.
I caught snakeheads down at Blackwater.
Okay.
And
Blackwater Refuge?
yeah.
Across the bridge?
Oh yeah, way down there. My grandparents live down that way, so I go down there and hang out with them and then get up in the morning and go. I caught a couple there and they were fun. And I caught a couple down in the Zeno Canal.
Did you eat them?
They were delicious.
Yeah?
They're delicious, yeah. Horned frogs.
Nice.
They would come up and they would just sit there and look at it, and then you twitch it and they boom.
Okay.
I missed about 4
That's-
or 5 more.
That's what I did wrong, I think. Basically, it reacted at the frog, came up, and then I kind of just walked it, maybe a little too much. Maybe I should just like light stroked or something.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I've been after this past few weeks, so I haven't been able to find one yet. I think I need to get live minnows. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, I've heard that too. A minnow on a bobber and like throw it in the grass.
Yep.
All right, well, good luck. Met some really nice people down this way. Weightless. Damn, they fight hard. There. All right, chill. Another real good looking bluegill. Oh, it's pig. I just put my hand into the piss. Oh, I peed all over me. Oh my god. That shit's funny as fuck. Appreciate it if it didn't do that. Look how much that thing just peed all over me. What did I do? Can you see how much piss that is? Urine, sorry. That fish just urined all over me.
Thinking of how black this water is, how black my frog is. Probably can't even see it.
Yeah, but the contrast might be okay right now. You know what I mean?
I got a white one. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah. That's what I love about like young people, young fishermen. No ego. Oh, I just got that fucking water in my eye. Ugh. Been yanking them all day, boy. Nice one. This one's spawning. You can almost tell that they're pretty much getting ready. They're making beds. They are actually just standing right by them. It's pretty cool. Very healthy bluegill population. It almost doesn't look like a bluegill. It almost looks like a small bass. Like the last two, like this might be a largemouth bass, except it's tiny. Like I'm able to get my finger in there. That's not a bluegill. This is a small bass. We avoided the skunk and we caught a bass today. See you, buddy. Hell yeah. That was two, right? The red eye one is not a bluegill. That was a smallmouth. All right, we fished the shit out of this spot. I think that was either smallie or very small largie. I could get my finger in that mouth, and it wasn't a crappie. Oh, it popped off. Nice. We're just pulling them out now. Dingle dingles on the line. It's like deja vu. It wouldn't be. If you want to catch bluegill, come right to this tree. Damn. These are tiny smallmouth bass. That's what these are. The eye is red, and then the mouth is only extending up and to the middle of the eye, and you're able to get your finger in there. I've caught 3 of these tiny smallmouth bass. It does look like they're spawning and they're doing their thing, so we'll throw this one back. Healthy little one. I'm using my rod like a 10-car rod. Silly. So yeah, this is the Patuxent Parks Park. And near the end of our day, we caught 3 smallmouth bass. They were juvenile. But they were pretty small, and it kind of looked like they were spawning. Like they had the little red jelly near the hole. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? I don't sound like a complete psycho. Anyways, we were running bigger baits. They were just getting kind of caught up. Nothing was really reacting or biting at the jig. The jig has a great presentation. It just didn't pan out. So we just switched to a very small fly. We ended up catching probably my largest bluegill, which was humongous, and it had the face. It had the face, you know, like that's one ugly bluegill. I've never been to that pond. There's guys that were over there, very nice, community friendly pond. I always thought that was a place where people just went and did drugs growing up, so I never really went there. The only issue is eating any of those things out of there. This is Fort Meade. Back in the day during World War II, they did a lot of training with munitions and bombs and all this other type of stuff. So they specifically say that a lot of this water is, it's not the healthiest water. So, I mean, the fish are vibrant. Like, those are some of the biggest bluegill I've ever seen. But the reason why those bluegill are probably successful is also because of the rumor of the water being toxic and not healthy. So, we're headed home. Thanks for tuning in.